Welcome, Libra. This is your Wheel of Fortune reading for February 2020. I'm Art Kozak. Thank you for joining me at Art Kozak Tarot. The Wheel of Fortune is a reading designed specifically to let you know where your opportunities lie for the time being, for the coming month. This particular reading is coming late in the month because the channel just started, but hopefully in the future going forward, I will have these out for you before the month begins, or at least early in the month, so it can be something you refer back to. This is a very proactive reading. This is very future-centered. And again, it's about letting you know where your opportunities are and hopefully giving you some information about how best to follow them and what the results might be. So let's dive right in. First thing I'm seeing for us, Libra, because I'm a Libra myself, is that the querent, that would be you in this situation, is represented by the Four of Swords. And it may not seem right, it may not seem so in every aspect of your life, because I'm also seeing a lot of things that you need to deal with. It may not seem this way entirely, but you are in a place of rest. You are in a place where you are able to take some time out from the battle, so to speak, and really recuperate so that you can then take best advantage of your opportunities after reaching a place of healing. And I think you're getting to that place of healing and you're ready to step out now. One thing that I think you are ready to do is to simply acknowledge what does not excite you and take control over that. You have some options in front of you right now, or if you have had some options in front of you that you just don't feel excited by and you don't want, and frankly, they just bore the hell out of you. And the advice the cards are giving here are simply to acknowledge that and step into your own power. Step away from that. Step into acknowledgement of your own judgment in that matter. Making sure, acknowledging that your own judgment about your own self and your own needs is most likely correct, and taking a leadership role in your own life. Start taking a leadership role in your own life, and again, step away from those things that bore you and start dreaming again. Allow yourself to start daydreaming again. Allow yourself to start getting excited again about the possibilities that you can imagine, even if you don't see specific possibilities. And this may be, and for some of you, this may have to do with the romantic aspect of your life. If you're a single person, if you've had people around you that you're just not excited by, you've had options that you're just not interested in, or they're not working out because there's just not enough energy there. Again, take a leadership role in your life. Understand for yourself what you want, who you are, and if something is not exciting you, then don't bother with it. There are a lot of exciting possibilities out there, and letting yourself dream, letting yourself imagine what those possibilities are is a very good step, and it's a very useful step that human beings have for working out where it is we're going to go and what it is we do want, and remaining in our own power. That's, of course, not the final step, but it's a good one for you to take now. Because if you turn away from if you take a leadership role in your own life, you turn away from the things that bore you, then you're going to start turning toward the things that do excite you. I also see here that you have some petty battles to fight, and this might be very often this concept for me when it comes across in the cards has to do with financial issues. Financial issues, for the most part, as life and death as they might seem in the moment, are usually pretty much petty. They can be very petty, but they are the petty battles that you must fight in order to get through life. It may be that for you, it may not, but they're not life and death battles. They're just little annoyances that you have to deal with. I see that you do have the opportunity, now that you've rested up, to be able to deal with those things. But this also comes with a bit of a warning. This reading is about your opportunities and the opportunities that are there for you, typically the good opportunities. But every now and then a warning comes across, and I think that's what I'm seeing here. If in the course of fighting these battles, you put too much movement into them. If you um, and this is in terms of physical movement. Maybe you have the option to take care of what you need to take care of from home, or get out and hit the bricks, as they say, and uh, go, physically go places in order to try to get them taken care of. If you do too much physical travel, or if you go too far in dealing with these petty issues, which must be dealt with, then you're going to find yourself left out in the cold. And you may find yourself depleted financially. You may already be depleted financially if this is a financial issue. But I don't think that's going to be a productive avenue for you. You have the opportunity to go there, but I wouldn't recommend it. If you do have the opportunity to take care, and all of us to some degree or another have little things around us that we know we need to take care of. Take care of don't go too far in doing that. Okay, don't fight those battles too hard. Just get it taken care of. Just do what you need to get done, and get it to, like I said, if it's something that you can get done from home, get it done from home. If you don't have to get out in your car, if you don't have to go on some big trip, don't make some big journey out of something that doesn't have to be a big journey. Because again, if you do, you may lose out in the end. I see potentially money coming in for you, or at the very least, a very supportive, materially supportive person. And this concept doesn't necessarily need to be read as a person, but intuitively, that's what I'm getting. I see a person who is very materially stable, very generous, very nurturing, helping you to end something. And whether this is an ending that needs to come about in your life through the assistance that this person brings you, or whether this is an ending to a relationship with such a person, or a relationship in your life. I see a person who is very materially secure, but also very generous and nurturing, helping you bring something to an end. And whatever that thing might be, that's going to put you in a very good place. It's going to put you in a very good place emotionally. It's going to put you in command of your faculties. This concept is represented by the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a figure who is very emotionally astute, but also very emotionally in control of himself, very wise. And also he's often referred to as the artistic king, or the intuitive king. So things having to do with art, things having to do with aesthetics, the finer things in life. This is the kind of place, this is the kind of high place you can be brought to by partnering with whomever this might be. Whether this is a male or a female, in the cards it's represented by a female figure, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. But partnering with whomever this is, this generous person, and to help you bring something to an end. I also see, in addition to the fighting of petty battles, you have an opportunity right now to take care of your anxiety, to deal with your anxiety. And I think as a part of this Four of Swords kind of standpoint, this place of retreat that you're at, the place of rest and healing, that's great. But there's also been some anxiety building around that. Maybe there's some anxiety that you've set to the sides, things that you are very anxious about, things that you may be even depressed about, that you've set aside in order to take rest from. Maybe taking the rest has itself become anxious, a impetus for anxiety. Sitting around too long, or taking too long to heal, knowing that you have things to do. Well, you have the opportunity to move away from that. And so I think right now, whether it's through this further rest or healing, or just starting to get moving again from that place that you know now is healed, you have the opportunity to step away from this anxiety and move into calmer waters, move into a more secure place. Now, you're going to have a lot to do. You're going to be stepping into a place where you have a lot of responsibility, and a lot of responsibilities, plural, to take care of. But I think that now you, again, as I said starting out the reading, I think that we're getting to a place where we are healed, we're recuperated, and now it's time to get up and get things done. And I think you're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to lift a heavy load as you need to, not permanently, not on a long-term basis, but get things moving in a good way, even if it means there's a lot to do. Also, and last on the list here, I see that you have the opportunity for the next couple of weeks to work well with other people and work as a part of a team with other people to get things done. Now, this may be something, just from what I'm getting, this may be something having to do with your family. This may be around the home, getting more done around the home, working with other people. Again, coming from this place of rest, recuperation, and healing, you are now getting to a place where you are able to work with other people to join in again. And this may be professional as well, maybe putting in a little bit more effort at work. Maybe you've been depleted and now you're getting to a better place where you can be a good functioning member of the team again. But whatever this team or this group activity is that you have the opportunity to engage in, working well with other people, it may involve giving something up. It may involve it may involve taking on a little bit of discomfort. It may involve giving up some of your time. It may involve giving up something that was otherwise important to you, something that has become important to you so that you can step in and now be a part of the team again. But this is going to ultimately be a very good thing for you because this is going to put you in a much more competent, active place. This is going to bring you back to your full energy. And you're going to be better by joining in, helping other people, working well with other people. Sure, you're going to have to give some things up, again, time, comfort maybe, in order to do that. But you are going to come to a place where you are able to stand on your own 2 feet and start looking at the future in a competent way again. Start looking at the future in a way where you can strategize and you can find your own way forward. And I think with that, we have all the messages that we have to bring. I want to thank you again for being here. Thank you for your comments, likes, and subscribes. For those of you who would like to support the channel financially, there is a link to the Patreon page in the description box below. Patreon subscribers receive at least 2 additional readings per month, one specifically for love and one specifically for money and financial issues, professional issues. Once again, this is Art Kozak, and I look forward to speaking with you again in the future.